Namaste, beautiful soul. Thank you so much for tuning in. My name is Jakara, your favorite SRT practitioner, and you are watching the Blooming Lotus Healing channel. So today I'm going to talk about how to prepare for your SRT session. If you've never gotten an SRT session before, or maybe you've gotten an SRT session but you want to maybe enhance your session, these are a couple of tips that I'm going to give you in regards to how to prepare and make sure that you are receiving the best experience possible. So the first thing that I want to say is that you want to meditate. Meditation is a powerful tool to help you regulate your energy and also recognize where you are at in the energy scale, right? So if you're feeling negative energy or you're feeling positive energy, when you meditate, you're able to really pinpoint where you are in that scale. So it's important that you meditate every day, leading up to the session and even after. If you meditate every day, that's great. You can increase your meditation just to kind of allow yourself to really be in that space of receiving. But if you don't meditate, then even if it's just 5 minutes a day, first time in the morning when you wake up or before you go to bed, 5 minutes a day, and then increase it a minute or two per day, that will help tremendously. There are plenty of meditation videos out there. I've got some meditation videos as well here in the channel, or you can also find many in other different channels that are great for you to get yourself grounded and situated there. The other reason why meditation is great, the whole idea of grounding, right? Grounding ourselves into our space. It's a good idea to go outside and ground yourself before the session. So if you can go outside, if you barefoot and put your feet on the grass or even on the pavement and allow yourself to ground yourself, that's really going to be helpful because it's going to help you stay in this 3D energy and anchor yourself as you receive all of the healing that you're going to receive at the time of the session. The other thing that you want to make sure is that you want to make sure that you focus on your healing, right? On your intention. So what is it that your intention is? So you want to make sure that you focus on that right before the session. So maybe you could do like a little prayer, ask your highest self to help you with this, and then that's your intention, even though you're already giving me the intention ahead of time. But it really does help kind of get yourself included into the session, because the session is really all about you and your highest self and your soul. So when you're actually taking that initiative and putting that intention out there and setting that intention yourself, it involves you even deeper into that space and puts you in that space of empowerment, of really being the one that's in charge of your healing. The next thing that you want to do is to let go of expectations. So don't get so caught up in all expectations, because expectations are of the ego, and the ego is just not part of SRT. One of the things that you're going to find out is that when we prepare to work to open the records, one of the things that we do in SRT is to make sure that the ego is not involved. Not that the ego is a bad thing, but we don't want the ego, because the ego is not really part of spirit. It is part of spirit here in this plane, but not part of the process of clearing. So we don't want the ego to get involved and block the energies. Remember, the ego is there to protect you, and a lot of times when we want to break patterns, the ego wants to get involved because it's used to the patterns being there, and it feels like, oh my gosh, there's going to be a change. No, we can't change this. So that's the reason why the ego is definitely not a good thing to have. The other thing that I want to mention is that you want to make sure that you give yourself time before the session to be in gratitude. So the idea of gratitude is to open your heart. So when you open your heart to being grateful for what you have, for being grateful for the things, for the blessings that you've received so far, it opens your heart and it elevates your vibration into a higher vibration. So that in turn will help the process of healing and downloads of energies into your body, into your vessel, into your system. And then the other thing that I would say as well is to let go of control. Don't try to control the process. Again, this is part of the ego, right? So don't try to control the process. Don't try to control anything. Just allow yourself to be open to receive the energies and let go of the expectations of, oh, well, this, how is this going to be, or what does this even mean, or what is a parallel life? Just let go of all those expectations and allow everything to come through. And I promise you, as you go through that, and as you go through that experience, you'll find out that the more open you are, the more powerful the energies and more immediate the shifts happen within the session and even after the session. So let me know if you have any other questions. Let me know in the comments, and make sure you subscribe to find out more tips about SRT and how to enhance your experience with SRT. I look forward to hear from you, and thank you so much, and namaste.